Hello, people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nathaniel Latte, and like I always say, the purpose of this platform is personal development, personal development, personal development. Now, today, I just want to quickly share a message with you. I think this is crucial, especially if you want to develop as an individual to be able to achieve your dreams. And it is, we have to learn to process issues. We have to learn to process issues. Now, I was born and raised in Ghana, right? And I'm just going to give you an example of what I mean by learning to process issues for yourself. As we grew up, we were always taught, the media, everybody, wherever you went to, the narration was, the white man is supposed to be blamed for the problems in Africa. Every problem you saw around, the white man is a problem. The white man is a problem. The white man is a problem. Yes, if there was no slave trade, then we would have been better off. That has always been the narration. And even today, there are still people who strongly believe that the problems of Africa are to be pushed directly to the doorstep of the European or the Western world. That is a problem. Now, over the years, I have learned to process this particular issue for myself. And the questions I asked was, okay, the white man is our problem. Fair enough. Number one, specifically to slave trade, what was the role of the African in the slave trade? This is the part of the story you hardly hear when the narration is being made from the African narrators. What was really the role? Could the European, could the Westerners, could they have been successful without the support of the African? And my answer to that is no. Now, I'm not saying this to justify in any way what was done during the transatlantic slave trade. No, that is not the point. The point here is, I am telling you, you have to learn to process issues logically and not emotionally. Okay? So, yes, we are speaking against the transatlantic slave trade. Yes, what we are thinking about now is, why is Africa the way it is now? Why is Ghana, for instance, the way it is now? So the classic example has always been comparing Ghana to Malaysia, to Singapore, to South Korea. Because when Ghana gained independence, these countries were as poor as we were. They were even making a lot of progress than they were. And I still remember watching videos of Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore visiting Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, trying to get inspiration to transform Singapore. And I look at Singapore and look at Ghana, okay? So, what is the problem? It just can't be as simplistic as, the European is the problem. No, nobody is buying that. And so, I'm saying, if you learn to process issues for yourself and not be emotional about everything, then you begin to understand that no, there's something wrong somewhere. Could it be failed leadership? Could it be the society itself and its beliefs? What is holding us back? This is how we begin to investigate the problem to be able to find solutions that would help move our societies forward. Learn to process issues for yourself. Now, another example. So this is just slave trade. So basically the conclusion I'm giving in relation to slave trade and Pan-Africanism and all of that is, yes, Pan-Africanism had its essence some period back when we were fighting together as a continent to free ourselves of slavery. Fair enough. But then we have moved past that, and that narration does not hold anymore. Now, the problem is, why can't we, as individuals who are free, manage our own affairs to push and make the lives of our people better? Why? And then we go into issues like failed leadership, infrastructural problems, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And it is no longer the white man. Please, let's be serious. So we have moved past that. Okay? Yes. So learn to process issues. Another example, let me just give you another example before I just finish this video. When I was in Germany some time back, I was in Berlin specifically. Okay? And before I got to Germany, of course, we have heard all sort of things about Germans and how racist they all are, and how, with all that happened with the Jews and blah, 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 very unfortunate. Everybody has a dark side or some dark moments in their history. That is fine. I think the Germans have learned a lot from what happened in the past and have moved on and are still trying to move on. So kudos to the Germans. So there are all sort of things that were said about the Germans. Okay, I get to Germany, met some amazing German friends. So already, all the perceptions I had about Germany, okay, were not true. So I begin to wonder, okay, so then people were saying all of these things. Most of the people who were even talking about Germany, funny enough, had not been to Germany before. They were just saying it because they also heard it or they read something and blah, blah, blah. But then I am in Germany now. And of course, I'm not saying Germany is perfect and there's no discrimination or anything. But what I heard and what I'm seeing are two different things. And as time went on, as I was walking in the streets of Berlin, a woman just passed by me. And as she was passing by me, she shouted, "Go home, go home." I said, wow, okay. This is like the first time I've experienced somebody directly confronting me like this to go home. But then I, of course, smiled and just walked past by. And this is how I processed it. Yes, this woman, number one, I do not know what she's going through. Number two, not all Germans are telling me to go home. And so, why should I hold a grudge against a whole society because of this particular experience? And what I learned from that is I have to look at people individually, and not as a group. Another example in relation to that is I had some interaction with a Nigerian, okay? Because now I'm giving an example about Germany, let me give an example about Nigeria, about Africa. So I had an interaction with a Nigerian. You know, Nigerians generally, unfortunately, have been wrapped up with all sort of narration that they are crooks, they are whatever. There's the chance that Nigerian will dupe you if you have a transaction with a person, blah, blah, blah. And these are not nice. And when I had this transaction with this particular Nigerian, things didn't go well. And I felt duped, right? I felt taken advantage of. However, I still know that not all Nigerians are going about trying to do people. I still have some really decent Nigerian friends. So would it be fair to my Nigerians to think that all Nigerians are like fraudsters or anything? No. I have to treat each Nigerian as an individual. Okay? Of course, I learn lessons from my past and I'm more careful doing business again with a Nigerian. However, I'm not just going to go out there and say all Nigerians are fraudsters, all Nigerians are this. No. In the same way, you cannot also just go and say all Europeans are racist or all Germans are racist. No, it doesn't work like that. And this is what I'm talking about when I say you should learn to process issues for yourself, because this is how you come up with your own principles and values. And these values are supposed to propel you as you pursue your dreams and aspirations. And so this is my message for you today. Nothing is black and white. Be humble to listen, but after listening, learn to process things for yourself and learn to have the confidence to come to your own logical, objective conclusion. And with that conviction, live your life to the fullest. And so on that note, I say thank you for listening to me, and I will see you in the next video. My name is Nathaniel Latte, and subscribe if you haven't. See you. Salute!